How's everybody doing? Braden, how are you doing? Good, good. Who's exhausted? Yay! I'm exhausted. Happily, this is not going to be complex. It's going to be super easy. I have just one slide. It's going to last only 10 minutes, so chill. You don't even need to take a picture. I mean, there's a link here where you can download the slide, print it, you can paste it next to your desk. Yeah, make T-shirts, send it to your friends and family. I mean, if is anybody getting married this year, you can send invites, to your wedding, like print it, yeah, distribute it. So this talk is super easy. It's called Whatever Happens, Don't Prune. And that's a cool title. Unfortunately, it's a little wrong, but otherwise the talk wouldn't have been accepted, so I had to keep it like this. And it's about, of course, what happens when you have no space left on your device. And that happens in many cases. And for instance, among others, when you are running OpenEdX, because then you are running this piece of software called Tutor, which runs on top of Docker, and that eats, like, how should I say, a whole lot of disk space for Docker images. And so engineers that I've seen working with me on the forum and elsewhere tend to run to the command that they know, which is Docker system prune. What shouldn't you be doing? Yes, thank you. You got it. Okay, this talk is over. Okay, and this is terrible. Why? Because then all your Docker cache is gone. You're going to have to download all of the images. You're gonna have to rebuild everything, and a day's time is wasted. You have like used all of your CPU, and climate's changing. Come on, we don't have time for this. So what should you be doing first? Well, first, it's a four-step process. The first step is obviously to panic, because running out of space, I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, when your server runs out of space, it's like nothing works. Emails don't work. Logs don't work. So engineers tend to say that Linux works. Everything is a file in Linux. That's not good news when you can't create files anymore. Obviously, yeah. So step one, panic. Step two, diagnose. And this is, notice something here. It's not written Docker system prune, so that is a mandatory step. So first of all, are you actually running out of space? The only way to figure out is to run df-lh. And df is very simple to remember. It stands for disk usage. Makes all sense. And there you can see, oh yeah, my root partition is full. That's great, awesome. What's next? What's next? Is Docker the actual culprit? And for that, I use a piece of a tool that is called NCDU. It's a great tool, even though it was developed by Meta, and it will tell you, okay, most of the space is actually used by the freaking Docker. Next step is to actually do something with Docker, and how is this space used by Docker? And for that, you guessed it, Docker system df, because then again, df stands for disk usage, obviously. And this amazing command, which is not Docker system prune, will tell you, okay, there's so much space used by images, and so much space used by containers, and so much space used by volumes, and build cache. How should you handle this? Not in this order. First of all, you should take care of containers. And what should you be doing with containers? Yes, exactly, which is why the title is completely misleading. Sorry about this. Because you don't care about containers. Containers are, you can just throw them away, because you can recreate them as much as you want. And this step is important because it will allow you to easily get rid of images further down the road, and same for useless volumes. So step one, Docker container prune. Step two, get rid of the volumes that you don't need. Be careful, don't get rid of the volumes that you actually need, because then your data is gone and your students are not happy and you get fired. So yeah, don't do that. Images, on the other hand, are easy to get rid of because you can always re-download them and rebuild them whenever necessary. So this is step 3.1 of our. Oh no! Come on! It took me 3 days to do this slide. Where was I? Yeah, perfectly logical. Yeah, I know exactly where I am. So images, and this will help you get rid of some images. But this is, I mean, a robot should be able to do this. There shouldn't be a human doing running manual commands. Why do you have to take care of how much space your Docker daemon is using? You shouldn't be doing that. To the rescue comes Docum. Docum is Docker plus vacuum cleaner. Smart, right? So Docum does LRU eviction of Docker images. LRU means least recently used. And this is how you run Docum. Again, don't try to remember this, but please do it. You just have to run this command once. You tell Docum, okay, I need, please allocate as much as 40 gigabytes of space for the images and not 1 megabyte more. And Docum will take care of getting rid of the images that you've used least recently. Hence, least recently used. Smart, right? There are some smart people out there. So that's step 3.2. Step 4 of the fixing block after the clean block is how do you get rid of your build cache? This is where it gets exciting. Why should you take care of your build cache? So out of the box, Docker comes with a terrible, terrible builder, which is called the Docker container, the Docker builder. A little confusing. It gets worse. You shouldn't be using the Docker builder. You should use the Docker container builder, which makes total sense. And for that, what you should be doing is to create a configuration file. The thing is that you cannot configure the default builder, the Docker builder, but what you can do is configure the Docker container builder. And so you create a file in which you say, yes, use the garbage collector, which is an awesome invention, and then define the max amount of use space that you can have for your builder cache, and how much space you should always have to, I don't know, watch YouTube and create files and regular stuff on your computer. And by the way, you can use this configuration file to limit the amount of CPU that you want to allocate to the build. This is required in OpenEdX because of freaking Webpack. And so you need to limit the amount of CPU to approximately, well, not even approximately. You need to guess a number there based on how much you paid for your computer. And then actually start using this builder and configure it with this super complex builder command, which you need to run again only just once. And once you've done that, then you should be good to go. And you should never have to worry again about pruning, which you should never do. That's all I got. You can download the thing here. Get in touch at regis.behmo@edly.io. How's the time? Okay, thank you.
Thanks.